On the grand stage of nature, life has woven a saga of evolution spanning millions of years. Each species in the animal kingdom is a marvel of evolution, showcasing unique abilities that leave us in awe. From night vision to electroreception and survival skills in extreme environments, these creatures adapt to their habitats in remarkable ways. Below, we will delve into the miraculous evolutionary abilities of some animals. Night vision, in simple terms, refers to an animal's ability to see clearly in the dark. This super cool skill is often found in animals that are active during the night, as they need to find food or avoid predators when darkness falls. Cats are among the superstars of night vision. They have large eyes with many more rod cells than cone cells, acting like professional gear for navigating through darkness. Cats also possess a mysterious membrane behind their eyes that reflects light, enhancing the vision of rod cells. This is why cats appear to emit dazzling eye glows at night. Additionally, a cat's pupils act as super skill regulators. In the dark, their pupils enlarge, resembling a bright moon, allowing them to absorb more light. In bright conditions, the pupils narrow into thin lines to prevent the sunlight from blinding them. Cats also have sensitive ears to help them hear the source of sounds in the dark. Wolves are nocturnal hunters as well, relying heavily on their excellent sense of smell and hearing. The wolf's nose contains special olfactory receptors, 40 times more than those in humans. It's like they carry a scent navigation system that can detect odors from several kilometers away, aiding them in tracking prey. Additionally, wolf's ears are highly sensitive, allowing them to hear distant sounds and assess the surrounding environment based on sound direction and frequency. Finally, stepping onto the nocturnal stage is the aerial ace, the owl. Owls boast large eyes with rod cells outnumbering cone cells by a staggering 100 times, giving them vision in the dark more than 100 times superior to humans. The presence of the nictitating membrane and iris enhances light sensitivity and regulates the amount of light, ensuring optimal performance in the dark. Although their eyes cannot rotate, owls compensate by flexibly rotating their heads, covering nearly a 360-degree field of view. Symmetrical ears become valuable aids in accurately discerning the source and direction of sounds. Electric field sensing ability is a special skill that allows animals to perceive subtle changes in the surrounding electric field. This is particularly crucial underwater, as water is an excellent conductor, capable of transmitting electrical signals. This ability grants aquatic animals a unique sensory experience, aiding them in hunting, locating, communicating, and navigating underwater. Sharks stand out as stars in electric field sensing, equipped with sensory organs called ampullae of Lorenzini on their heads and snouts. Filled with a gel-like substance, these ampullae connect to sensitive nerve fibers. When there is a change in the surrounding electric field, the fluid inside the ampullae generates a weak electric current, activating the nerve fibers and allowing sharks to perceive electrical signals. This skill enables sharks to detect the faint electrical field of prey, and they can even communicate with other sharks by altering their own electrical potential. In addition to electric field sensing, electric eels possess a more astonishing ability: electrogeneration. Their bodies contain specialized muscles called electrocytes, composed of thousands of battery-like cells, each capable of producing about 0.1 volts of voltage. When threatened, electric eels can activate these electrocytes by controlling neurons in the brain, generating shocks of over 600 volts. This electric shock can paralyze or kill prey and is also used to sense the surrounding environment. The platypus, an iconic Australian animal, appears as if it were a prank by nature, belonging to the category of partially evolved mammals. It has a bill resembling a duck's, which is how it got its name. Despite being a mammal, it lays eggs instead of giving birth. The female lacks nipples and secretes milk on the abdomen, where the offspring lick it. Moreover, the platypus is one of the few venomous mammals, with a hollow spur on the back of its knee that releases venom when thrust into enemies. Although the platypus is deaf and lacks a sense of smell, it possesses a remarkable superpower. Its duckbill functions as a radar, covered with nerve cells resembling a receiver. This enables the platypus to identify electromagnetic signals emitted by other animals and hunt for prey in dim underwater conditions. This electromagnetic sensing ability is unique among mammals, shared only by dolphins and platypuses. In nature, animals have developed various self-defense skills to survive in challenging environments, and some of them are natural masters of camouflage. Have you heard of chameleons? They are the masters of camouflage in the animal kingdom. These little creatures typically have green skin, but to evade threats from predators or get closer to prey, they can change their body color in an instant, effortlessly blending into the surrounding environment. Not only that, they use this skill to intimidate enemies, warn other members of their species to stay away from their territory, and even employ it in social interactions and expressing emotions. Next, we have the bark moth, a true masterpiece of nature's camouflage. Their appearance resembles an extension of tree bark, with colors and patterns almost identical to the surrounding trees. This outstanding camouflage allows bark moths to navigate through the forest seamlessly, making it difficult for natural predators to detect them and facilitating their hunting and survival. There's also the master of underwater camouflage, the leafy sea dragon. With an average length of about 30 centimeters and a maximum of 50 centimeters, lacking teeth and stomach, their bodies are composed of bony plates, extending into leaf-like appendages. By mimicking the appearance, color, and movement of underwater plants, they successfully conceal themselves within the clusters of aquatic vegetation. This sophisticated camouflage not only protects them from predators but also makes them one of the most remarkable creatures in the underwater world. While regenerative abilities may seem miraculous for humans, many animals in the natural world possess this incredible skill, especially among some lower-order species. Geckos, known for their unique tail regeneration ability, are a prime example. When a gecko senses danger, it can voluntarily shed its tail, and remarkably, the lost tail can regrow in a short period, appearing entirely new. This makes geckos exemplars of regenerative capability. Although not as powerful as geckos, earthworms exhibit astonishing regenerative skills. When an earthworm's body is cut into two segments, the cut muscles in the cross-section dissolve on their own and form new cell masses. These cell masses merge with the original cells, creating regenerative buds that gradually grow into a new body. While earthworms cannot regenerate lost tails, the process of body renewal is equally remarkable. Octopuses, with their multi-armed bodies and formidable combat abilities, are known for their regenerative prowess. In winter, to survive, octopuses may even gnaw on their own arms, and these amputated arms surprisingly regrow in the following year. Like geckos, octopuses can survive perilous situations by sacrificing their limbs, using the moving amputated arms to confuse enemies and successfully escape. Flatworms, such as planarians, represent the pinnacle of regenerative abilities. These flat animals not only possess powerful sensory organs and well-developed nervous systems, but their regenerative capacity is truly jaw-dropping. In laboratory experiments, scientists have cut planarians as many as 279 times, turning a small planarian into a pile of fragments. Despite appearing lifeless, planarians can survive and regenerate using the genetic material remaining in the fragments, creating perfectly formed new organisms. Within planarians, stem cells, constituting a quarter of the total cell count, can proliferate and differentiate. Whenever a planarian is damaged, these stem cells proliferate and transform into other types of cells and tissues needed by the planarian, thereby perfecting the missing organs. This miraculous regenerative ability crowns planarians as the kings of regeneration in the natural world. In order to survive in extreme environments, many animals have evolved astonishing survival abilities. Firstly, let's meet the Antarctic squid, also known as the colossal squid. They inhabit the frigid waters around Antarctica, where the average temperature can drop to as low as -50 degrees Celsius. Despite the harsh conditions, colossal squids successfully hunt for prey in extremely cold waters through an efficient circulatory system and substantial brain size. What's more impressive is their unique respiratory system, allowing them to survive for extended periods in the cold water. They are top predators in the polar seas. Next, let's get acquainted with the hydrothermal vent shrimp, known as the flame shrimp. They inhabit the seafloor near active volcanic vents, located at depths of 4,000 meters. The surrounding environment features boiling water at 400 degrees Celsius and toxic sulfides, creating immense pressure. However, through special physiological adaptations and survival mechanisms, flame shrimp have successfully adapted to this challenging ecosystem. They have become unique life forms in the deep sea, showcasing remarkable abilities to survive in extreme environments. Lastly, let's meet the tardigrade, the toughest creature on Earth. These tiny and miraculous organisms are usually around 0.5 millimeters in size. Widely distributed worldwide, from the Arctic to the Antarctic, and from the Himalayas to the deep sea, tardigrades possess incredible adaptive capabilities. They can enter a state of dormancy during which they replace the water in their bodies with a sugar-like substance. This enables them to endure extremely low temperatures, approaching absolute zero, as well as high temperatures reaching several hundred degrees Celsius. Tardigrades can even survive in extreme radiation and vacuum conditions, making them the only known organisms capable of exposure to outer space while still being able to reproduce. Some animals in the biological world have evolved astonishing echolocation abilities, allowing them to surpass the limitations of vision and navigate effortlessly in dark or complex environments, showcasing extraordinary capabilities in perception and adaptation. One of the notable animals is the bat. As the only mammals capable of true flight, bats possess keen vision similar to birds. Despite the misconception that bats could survive even if blind or with poor eyesight, scientists have pointed out the contrary. Bat vision doesn't degrade. Instead, they use echolocation to perceive their environment, which is not directly related to their vision. Bats emit sharp ultrasonic waves, analyze the echoes after interacting with objects, navigate around obstacles, and simultaneously capture prey. This method of using echolocation for echolocation is known in biology as echolocation. Another example is dolphins, typical toothed whales. They utilize a sonar system for echolocation, precisely perceiving the marine environment. When emitting sounds, dolphins focus the sound waves produced by their blowhole, acting like a convex lens, allowing them to concentrate on specific areas. When the sound waves encounter obstacles and bounce back, dolphins use the bones in their lower jaws to focus the dispersed waves, transmitting them to the internal ears for reception and analysis. This unique sensory system enables dolphins to accurately locate prey in the dark underwater environment, earning them the reputation of being the geniuses of the sea. For survival, some animals have evolved various extraordinary abilities, making them uniquely adapted in the natural world. In the deep sea, there is a luminescent fish known as the lanternfish. It possesses a lantern-like organ above its head that emits light in the dark depths of the ocean. By swinging its lantern, the lanternfish simulates the movement of small prey, luring other creatures close and swiftly opening its large mouth to devour them. When encountering fierce fish, the lanternfish avoids direct confrontation and quickly retracts its small lantern back into its mouth, plunging the ocean into darkness. Seizing the opportunity, the lanternfish swiftly escapes. These fish exhibit significant sexual dimorphism, with females reaching lengths of 1 to 1.2 meters, while males are only 8 to 16 centimeters, approximately 50 times smaller. The male lanternfish leads a parasitic life, finding a mate immediately upon birth, latching onto the female, and residing on her body. Apart from the continuous growth of the testicular tissue, the other organs in the male's body stop developing and eventually degenerate, relying on the female's blood for sustenance and becoming an integral part of the female in the end. As the saying goes, deer have ginseng, the sea has sea cucumbers, emphasizing the high nutritional and therapeutic value of sea cucumbers. Existing on Earth for a longer time than dinosaurs, sea cucumbers, lacking a brain, have unique abilities that contribute to their survival in intense competition. Sea cucumbers can change their color based on the living environment. Those residing near rocky reefs may be brown or light blue, while those living among seaweed and seagrass may be green. This color-changing skill allows them to cleverly evade attacks from natural enemies. Additionally, a sea cucumber's anus serves not only for excretion but also for respiration. Despite feeding through their mouths, sea cucumbers sometimes eat through their anus. When facing danger, they rapidly expel their viscera through the anus, using this tactic to confuse their enemies. Sea cucumbers can regenerate their viscera or body within 2 weeks through potent regenerative abilities. Lastly, sea cucumbers have a unique adaptation to environmental changes, dormancy. When summer temperatures rise, sea cucumbers quietly move to deeper waters, hiding under rocks for summer hibernation and ceasing to feed. They become active again when the water temperature drops after the autumn equinox. When the temperature drops below 5 degrees Celsius, they enter a state of winter dormancy, showcasing their highly adaptive dormancy strategy to thrive in changing environments. In addition, there is an immortal jellyfish called the Turritopsis dohrnii that typically lives in warm seas. It has a transparent or pale purple appearance, resembling a lighthouse. Despite its relatively simple body lacking complex organ systems, its exceptional immortality has sparked widespread interest. Once the Turritopsis dohrnii completes all stages of its life cycle, from larva to maturity, it doesn't undergo irreversible aging like other organisms but can revert to its initial larval state, restarting its life cycle. This remarkable phenomenon is playfully referred to by scientists as the wheel of life. The mystery behind this regenerative ability lies in the cells of the Turritopsis dohrnii, which can reorganize and adjust through a process called transdifferentiation, allowing mature cells to return to a larval state. This unique regenerative ability makes the Turritopsis dohrnii the only confirmed organism capable of infinitely repeating its life cycle, a true example of immortality. If they are not consumed or die accidentally, they could potentially achieve true immortality. Scientists are studying these characteristics in sea cucumbers to explore research on inhibiting aging, with hopes of realizing the dream of human immortality. In conclusion, every species in the animal kingdom is a masterpiece of evolution, showcasing the diversity and resilience of life. The struggle for existence and the survival of the fittest drive species evolution, and these animals have successfully adapted to various challenges, presenting us with the marvelous stage of life. This concludes today's presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Your support and encouragement are our greatest motivation. Please help by liking and following, as it means a lot to me. Thank you, everyone.